When I was a child, I would turn into a moth. I did not grow wings. I did not slip into a smaller body. I could do it with what I had on the spot. It always worked flawlessly. "Look," I would shout to my parents. "Look, I'm a garden tiger moth." And in the low vibration of my lips, which to the ears of a 6-year-old perfectly emulated the sound of this huge nocturnal butterfly, I became another being. I can still become another animal, only that the moth is not longer there. At the time, when I discovered that I could enter into the world of other ensouled bodies, I spent my family holidays in a hilly region where my father had grown up. I was a young boy. I often played outside my grandparents' house. The building sat on a meadow which gently rose towards a spruce forest. An old and exceptionally big wild cherry tree stretched his branches over the roof. I explored the fringes of the garden with their shrubs and young spruce. Sometimes I sifted through the tools and boxes in the wooden shed in one corner of the garden. It was here where one morning I first found the tiger moth, closely passing my face, and disappeared vortex of brown and orange hues, the biggest butterfly I had ever seen. It is difficult to reconstruct what fascinated me so much about that butterfly. Today, I can better understand some of the feelings I felt towards other beings when I was a child, but I still don't know what exactly drew me to the tiger moth. It was like falling in love. You just could not tell. What makes us love another individual? What makes our heart beat in the sight of a body never seen before, in the sudden presence of a lifestyle, a personality, a particular grace emerging from the unfathomed depths of potency? What I know now, and what I somehow understood already then, was that the tiger moth appeared as gift of sheer being. She was a messenger from the fullness of the world, and it is the most precious and delicate thing to reciprocate this touch, to meet other lives, to hear the soft purr of wings fade in the summer dusk, to be and to witness being. I was showered with encounters that made the world full, that made me understand that the character of the world is plenitude. Butterflies and bees and bugs and hoverflies seem to be everywhere. It is hard to write down that those days are past. Insect numbers, as we all know, have declined by about 3/4 since my childhood. Less than 1/4 is left. It feels unreal to state the obvious, because the plenitude I remember, the swarming, crawling bodies, were part of being, of the way being is designed. There is something in the radiant body of a huge nocturnal moth no word will ever come close to. There is something we can never articulate, because in our innermost core we are made of it. It is that with which and as that we live. Other beings are the optical nerves for our vision of life. We need their presence in order to see. We are alive, but we can only understand it if it touches us softly on our cheeks. Life can only exist if it is mirrored in the breathing bodies of those beings with whom we share it. The garden tiger moth, the red underwing, those tawny-colored massive bodies settle into flight and radiate the warmth of a sunset into the eyes of their observers. Their purring flutter makes us see the world as a place of depth and meaning and joy. They are made of those colors that shine forth from the luminous core of reality. They bear those wings that, if we help them keep beating, will carry life from the abyss into the shining sky forever.